long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Like what we understand to be Star Wars, like the idea that like that only came from George Lucas, that only George Lucas holds the key for what we understand to be Star Wars is just untrue. And I think the prequels are an excellent example of that. I mean, the idea that like when you're hiring a director, that everyone is sitting in there waiting for George Lucas and not for the person who's going to know to hire Ralph McQuarrie, that's the problem. That's the misogyny and the problem with the auteur myth as it stands today, because they're not thinking this is the person that will hire the right people and this is the person that will be able to create the lookbooks and direct people to get them to that place. They're just thinking, do you have all the answers? And the truth is that nobody does, and anybody that says they do is lying.
So I'm reasonably sure that George Lucas's support of Bob Iger's probably connected to this thing announcing she's leaving Lucasfilm soon. And the comment section of the Acolyte trailer is far more entertaining than the trailer itself. In fact, I've gotten the title of this video for it from the comment section. This is going to be an absolutely horribly abysmal moment. Kamran is pretty sure, and so are others that I've talked to, that Lucasfilm absolutely wants nothing to do with it. They're, of course, the ones who had to finish it, but it's out there now. If you notice the marketing, they haven't really talked about it. In fact, there's more Hayden Christensen at the Empire State Building in New York when they showed off the Star Wars montage, all of it from the original trilogy and the prequels, and Ahsoka, I saw some, than there is about the Acolyte. Now, Hasbro Pulse did make a number of Acolyte figures, but I think those are going to end up very fast at Ollie's. No one will want them. If I get any as a joke, I'm feeding them to my bonfire. Okay, I'm feeding them to the fire pit. Okay, because I don't want that shit. Or I'll take it out and at 100 yards try to hit them with the 223. I don't know. But this is hilarious. Look at this and imagine the reaction to the people who support this. Now, Jacob Suggs on X is engagement troll farming for it, pretending like, the dislike number doesn't matter. But as of right now, it's 72% dislikes. I saw somebody on the comment section actually say it was at 82% dislikes with what he saw. So I'm using Firefox. I think that guy was using Google Chrome. Either you might get a different number for both. It doesn't matter. Okay. So when they turn the dislikes things off to quote unquote protect Kathleen Kennedy and the companies like Disney and stuff, there's a back door, and it was left deliberately open for people like us, okay, whether Google at the time knew or not. And it's very interesting to see the actual honesty of the the comment section provided with the dislikes. You can basically extrapolate the fact that people have gone to see this trailer, and it's like 8.1 million now, which is a low number. People have gone to see this trailer just to hate on it, and just to see how stupid it looks. And if they leave a like or a dislike, they're going to most likely leave a dislike. And same thing with the comments. You can pretty much tell the comments are about a good 90%. This is shit. This looks crappy. Because it is. You know, this is the manifestation of, I would say, the dream of Harvey Weinstein. Let me explain. After this wonderful short interlude.
Urinal cakes? I don't believe this. All these years, the doyenne of Seattle's elite, looking down her nose at everyone in sight. She owes it all to this. She's managed to have her urinal cake and eat it too. Hello, Marta. Like to speak to Maris. Oh, why not? Ah. She's in the final level of her guru's serenity training, the week-long vow of silence, day 6. No, Marta, that's all right. She doesn't have to come to the phone. Just give her this message. I've flushed out her family secret. Hello, Maris.
Harvey Weinstein rose to prominence in the 1990s. He was responsible for movies like The English Patient, Miramax production, which was based on a book called The English Patient. It's a fictionalized account of Count Ladislas Almashi, a Hungarian nobleman who was exploring the desert around Cairo in the late 1930s, early 1940s, who then had an affair with a British expat woman, and it got caught up in World War II. If you look at the movie, it's extremely, the book too, because I have the film, I have the script for it, and I have the novel, and the novel is a nihilistic dumpster fire. So is the movie. There's a scene where Ralph Fiennes, playing the burned up beyond recognition Count Almashi, is queried by Willem Dafoe, and Willem Dafoe says some people could die. And Almashi just kind of goes, people did die, just other people. And the extenuating circumstances is Almashi, to get someone to help him to go back to a cave to rescue the British woman he was having an affair with, that he almost got killed in a airplane crash, and he left her in a cave. Well, he goes to get her, and she's dead. Problem with the story is the fact that it turns World War II into a study of who gives a shit who died. It basically takes the moral clarity of why we did what we did then out of the context, and turns a guy who had an affair with a married woman into this tragic anti-hero, which he was not. He basically was a traitor to his British friends, and that was the bottom line. And that's the point of when you look at things like World War II, sometimes you gotta drop your pretenses and kick the shit out of evil, okay? Which is what the United States, Britain, and France did, okay? So it ushered in nihilism. Then you have American Beauty and other movies that had a nihilistic tinge to them, because things that do mean something to people don't mean anything in these movies. Now you get to who Harvey Weinstein is. He is a nihilist, okay? He has no fucking beliefs beyond his own needs, wants, and desires. He took Leslie Headland under his wing. By the first part of the video, we see her trashing George Lucas with an ignorance that is beyond comprehension. She's allowed to romp around in Star Wars Garden, George's sandbox, and what does she bring to it? Nihilism. Star Wars believes in something, okay? Star Wars believes in good versus evil, right versus wrong, okay? There is no middle ground, okay? And there's a reason why George Lucas was never comfortable with Hollywood, because Hollywood forgot its audience still believes in good versus evil. And George not only believes there is evil in the world, good versus evil, he wrote things about it. Kathleen Kennedy. The only thing she cares about is her own ego, her career, and her activism. Okay? I mean, just listening or reading what Gina Carano said about meeting her the first time, it's like, what? Or, I mean, what kind of, who the fuck is she? And Gina being afraid of her. Okay. The only thing Kathleen Kennedy's ever had for her is her friendship, her former friendship with Steven Spielberg and George Lucas. That's it. Okay. That's all she had, is her contracts or her connection to them. All right. So you go, then why would she allow Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant to do anything with Star Wars? Because Kathleen Kennedy is a nihilist too, okay? And she doesn't understand even Indiana Jones. She didn't understand Indiana Jones, okay? And you are looking at, I would say, the pinnacle of Weinsteinian nihilism at Lucasfilm through Leslie Headland, okay? They don't believe in good versus evil. They don't believe in wrong versus right. And the lack of spirituality that I got from the trailer is basically the same lack of spirituality that I got from Andor. And the people who are complaining to me and to others about our hate of Andor is that there's no feeling of why they're doing this. Look, I'm sorry, but the people of Ferrix aren't sympathetic to me. I don't give a fuck, okay? I don't give a fuck about the characters that I saw in the Acolyte trailer, okay? Because the nihilism, even in the little bit of what we saw, is apparent. Just like the nihilism that we saw in Andor, okay? And it is the ultimate example of what started in the 1990s, this awful, disgusting lack of creativity, and at its core, nihilism. This is Steph signing out. I'll see you around the galaxy.